In the early 1920s, something powerful was happening in a small neighborhood in New York City. Not a riot, not a revolution with guns, but a revolution of words, music, art, and pride. For the first time in American history, Black voices refused to whisper. They spoke loudly, they wrote boldly, they sang freely. This was the Harlem Renaissance, and it created a new Black consciousness that would reshape America forever. After slavery and Reconstruction came Jim Crow, lynchings, and segregation. But millions of Black Americans refused to stay trapped in the South. During the Great Migration, they moved north in search of opportunity, and Harlem became the heart of that movement. By the 1920s, Harlem wasn't just a neighborhood. It was honestly the Black capital of the world. For the first time, Black people lived together in large numbers. Artists, thinkers, musicians, and activists all feeding off each other's creativity. What followed was, well, an explosion of talent. Writers like Langston Hughes wrote poetry that sounded like jazz, proud, raw, and just unapologetically Black. Zora Neale Hurston told stories rooted deeply in Black folklore and everyday life. Jazz filled the streets. Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong turned Black music into, America's sound. For the first time, Black culture wasn't hiding. It was leading. The Harlem Renaissance wasn't just about entertainment. It was about identity. Black artists boldly rejected the idea that they needed to sound or act white to be accepted. They embraced their African heritage, dark skin, Black speech, and the Black struggle with open arms. This movement, it was like a powerful declaration saying we define ourselves. And it created pride where shame once lived, confidence where fear once ruled. The Renaissance also fueled political thought. Leaders like W.E.B. Du Bois argued that art should fight racism. Others believed art should simply express Black life, free from white expectations. But one thing was clear, Black consciousness had awakened. This cultural confidence would later inspire the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power era. The Harlem Renaissance faded during the Great Depression, but its impact never died. Hip-hop, spoken word, Black cinema, fashion, and modern activism all trace their roots back to Harlem. Every time Black artists tell their own stories, they are honestly continuing the Renaissance. The Harlem Renaissance proved something powerful. You don't need permission to exist loudly. It was more than art. It was a declaration, and it changed history forever.